Hey, how you doing? Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to go over the flywheel installation on the 5.3 liter LS. We're going to go down torquing and the torquing sequence, and then we're going to attempt to attach the 4060 transmission and put it in the Nova. I would like to get all that done today if possible, with the parts that I have on hand, so that I can look at what I need next. Actually, I have a list of what I need next, but I'm waiting on money to order parts. It's, same old project issues. So what I did do was I looked up, I ordered the flywheel. I've had it for a while. You can see the flywheel, and I test fit it. And then, as you can see, I wrote down the torquing sequence on it. So when I install this, it'll make it easier for me to do that without thinking. Also, if you look at this flywheel, you'll see that there's an extra bolt hole here. When you install the flywheel, you need to make sure that that bolt hole, all the holes line up, including that blank bolt hole. So that's what we're going to do real quick. We're going to put that on. We're going to get the screws started, tighten them out, and then we're going to torque them down. So as you can see, I have 7 holes. All 7 holes line up. Grab my bolts. Oh, hold on 1 second. Make sure you put Loctite on your bolts. I almost forgot. Sorry about that. Tried to get everything ready and forgot to crack the seal on the Loctite. Now that I have them on there, I'll grab my torque wrench. Alright, so I have my torque wrench, and I'm going to torque these down now. It's not the 5/8, so like the 15 millimeter works better. The first torque spec is 15 foot-pounds, but as you can see, when I try to tighten it, it moves. So what we are going to do is I have a tool to hold the flywheel straight. We're going to put that on, and then we'll start tightening down as soon as we have it on. So the way the tool attaches is it goes right here where the starter goes. The teeth just go and fall into the groove. And you just tighten it from the bottom into these bolts here. Mine uses a 13. Now I'll do the first torque, 15. All right, next torque spec is 37. Last spec is 74. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Right, so there we are. So this is on, it's mounted. and it's torqued down. Now, you take this off. All right. Now the plan is I have the transmission on the back, on the tailgate of my truck. I'm gonna lift this up, scoot it over, hook up the transmission, attempt to hook up the transmission, and then hopefully get it in the car after that if everything goes right. Hold on while I switch the camera around real quick. I'll be right back. All right, so we're ready to attempt to make the transmission and the engine. This is my first time ever doing something like this. So I got it up in the air, I maneuvered it around so you didn't have to see me struggle with this thing. And what I tried to do was I tried to line up this bottom hole here with the torque converter so that when I get it on, I'm hoping it would be easier to install. Now that I look at it, I was able to get the dial lined up there. So I'm going to go ahead and put a bolt in here. It's up top in the center. One on the other side. These also appear to be 15 millimeters. Alright, so all the bolts are on, the two bottom ones. I'll tighten them up once I get it up in the air, either on the way over there or once I get it under the car. Now I need to look into tightening up the torque converters. Let me look at that real quick and I'll get back to you. 1 second. Okay, so now we're going to do the torque converter bolts. So you have two things that can help you, but really all you need to do is look right here where the starter goes. And you can see this bolt here, it looks like it has a washer with a big indentation. That should be lined up there. And I actually should have done that before I attached the transmission. It would have been easier, but it still wasn't that hard to get there. All I did was attach a socket to here, slowly rotate the engine until that came back around right there. Same as for the torque converter on the inside. You can try and move it with your hands, or you can go underneath. And there is a visual inspection right here. This little chrome piece goes under a cap right here. This crap is right there. You pull that out, and you can actually use that to push the torque converter and break it free or loosen it up if you want. Once you do that and you get that lined up, it's just a matter of taking your screw, popping it in there. And then tightening up. These get tightened down to 8 foot-pounds torque. And there's 3. So you may need to put that holder here again. I don't know if it'll be in the way or not, to hold the flex plate. I'm gonna work on it right now, and I'm gonna tighten these up, and I'll get right back to you as soon as we're done. All right, so just give me a minute, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I wanted you guys to see this. I tried to get a socket in there, but as you can see, it's really tight. I couldn't get a socket in there. The wall's in the way. You can get a wrench in there for sure. And you can tighten it up. I'll do it the right way first. There we go. Okay. Grab better. And then what I have is I have these drive ratchets here that you can put on the end of your torque wrench. They look like this. And we need it to go down to 8 foot-pounds torque. Might help if I got it under. There we go. All right. I wonder if I should have put. I think I'm going to take them back out and put some Loctite on them. So hold on while I do that, and then I'll come back to you once I'm done putting Loctite on them. All right, so I took all the torque converter bolts out, I put some Loctite on them. Just didn't feel right putting them in that way. And I moved the engine over to where we are now, here. Front of the car. Hopefully we'll get this stabbed in there, but I forgot to put on the motor mounts. So motor mounts that we're using are the Dirty Bird replicas are from Amazon. So the way they go on is this part here goes to the front. So when you put them on, this side will be like this. This arrow goes facing this way. Now, oh no, look at what's there. All right, I have a problem. I didn't notice this before, but I have a broken motor mount bolt. All right, so let me see if I can fix that. It's probably gonna take a few minutes. You don't need to see me flail on here, and I'll get back to you guys. All right, so we're back. So motor mount bolt issue crisis averted. I couldn't wait. So engine is in the car. It is mounted down. It went in smooth as butter. Now I need to do the the subframe. No, not subframe. What's it called? The transmission support. I got one of those. Hold on one second. Let me pull it out of the box and I can show you what I got. All right, what's up, everybody? So the last thing that I purchased, not the last thing, it was one of the first things that I purchased because it was so expensive and I wanted it. I wanted things to fit right and to work right. So I went to G-Force and I bought one of their cross members for the transmission. You can also get these on Amazon, but the only reason why I went to G-Force is sometimes Amazon can be a bit confusing when I purchase stuff, and I wanted to make sure that I got the right thing. So here we are unboxing it for the first time. As you can see, it comes super well packaged from the vendor. It has a couple rips on the bottom. Didn't even notice those before. I'm gonna pull this top off now. Hopefully I can do it without one of these giant staplers causing me injury. You know, I had a good injury-free day. Oh look, more box. Okay. So, take this one off too. Oh, and apparently I cut myself already. There's blood. Oh, it's just marker. Cross member. Straight out the box. How it came. See what's in the bag here. Looks like some instructions, directions, washer and bolts. Awesome. I do have the stock one that came with the car. I was trying to avoid having to install it one bolt back. Installation instructions. Oh, you have to go to the website for the installation instructions there. So, be right back. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's been a couple weeks since we had to post anything about the Nova online or updated the video so we can close it out. So today we're going to talk about where we left off, which was on the cross member. We got the cross member installed. First, we had to scan the QR code that came in the box with the cross member, took us to the website and gave us the specific instructions. And basically those instructions stated that you had to drill out the holes for the bolts to 1/2 inch, I think it was, because the new bolts are larger. So we're going to take a look under here real quick so you guys can see what it looks like. The installation was pretty much easy peasy, just as the instructions said. There were no issues, and it came out really nice. It's definitely a purchase that I would recommend. Okay, so here we are under the car, and as you can see, the cross member is really clean looking. Everything looks great. Man, it looks like I might even have a little bit of a transmission leak there, but it went in flawlessly, and it's sitting the transmission exactly where the transmission needs to be seated. So you can use all 4 bolts. You don't have to buy our cross member if you want. You can actually use a stock cross member and just push the cross member back and use 1 bolt. That's up to you if you want to do that. I decided to go ahead and just do it the right way by buying an aftermarket cross member. One other thing I'm going to tell you about the transmission when I was installing it is I forgot to install the AN fittings for the transmission fluid, and I tried to do it while the engine was in, and what ended up happening was I ended up having to take everything back out. I could not get the bolts out, nor could I get the fittings in, and I couldn't tighten up the new lines. So I pulled this out and I installed everything outside the car. I measured my lines, cut them, made them, attached them all, and then I reinstalled the entire transmission and engine again. But other than that, everything looks really good. The mighty zip ties is temporary. I'm thinking I'm gonna put a metal zip tie there through this sensor hole to hold this there. And this is my power line here. I'm gonna end up zip tying that there and putting like a clamp here to attach the power line to keep it nice and tight. Hopefully it's good enough to where it won't get burned or too hot. I guess we'll find out once the exhaust gets put on. So for now, I'm gonna let you guys go. Please remember that to like and subscribe. If you like any of these parts, I will be putting the links because as I am an Amazon affiliate, so that you can go ahead and just click on the links and buy those parts. The part that I purchased should fit 75 through 79 X-body Novas for the transmission, and the same, and 4L60 radiator hose AN kit is also for all 4L60Es. So once again, please like, subscribe, and take a look at my links and comment below.